vlogger, facing over. You a queen when I less than I'm a gozy. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie. Girl, you're such a powerful woman.
Hi my ninjas, how are you guys doing? It's your girl Owamie aka Miss Fia Focal, reporting back for our entertainment. And yeah, if it's your first time joining me, you're most definitely welcome. Please do subscribe and obviously stay. I am the blogger they blog about, so you know you're definitely in the right place. So this story was supposed to have come out the day before yesterday, but I was not feeling well whatsoever. I've been struggling with migraines, you guys. So yeah, you know, this morning's video you guys saw me, I even had glasses on, and this time I'm actually set up in a way that the lights are over there facing this way, and so I'm facing that side, which is better. My eyes can bear that because I had to put on some makeup chap before I gossip about this Australians. Before Masoti, you look like that and you're talking about them, you know, like no, we're not about to have some mental trauma, just in case this video lands in the Australia. But anyway, we're gonna be talking about Jamie and Nikki. Okay, so for some of you guys that do not know, I am going to have that picture somewhere here. You guys, I was so excited when I saw that Nikki was actually trending in South Africa, so I had a whole good damn excuse because I was gonna cover it anyway, you know. And I think that this is just honestly on a personal level, and the reason for that is because I actually discovered the channel in 2017. At that time, guys, like I was still cooking pap by the side of the road. I remember, if I'm not too mistaken, they used to upload once a week and then they started uploading twice. If I'm not too mistaken, I think at first they were uploading like every Thursday or every Tuesday, or was it Monday? I can't remember, but I do remember that I always used to wait for their vlog, guys. Like even when I was in my trailer, even when I am having a bad day, and I know someone is gonna be like, you're exaggerating, like literally I would be like, at least tonight I'm gonna watch Jamie and Nikki. Like they were like my pleasure. I wasn't even guilty about it, like, you know, to say that my guilty pleasure. They were just my pleasure. Like I loved them so much. I watched every single vlog, like every single one of it, or one of them. And so when they actually announced that they were breaking up, which was, I think if I'm not too mistaken, about 4 years ago, it was obviously shocking, you know. Most of us that were their followers were very shocked. Nikki's the one that came out and basically told us that, you know what, she has moved. They did have a statement obviously saying that they're separating, and then they both started their lives, I should say. Now I feel like due to the fact that when the whole situation happened, Jamie really didn't say anything, and Nikki, in my personal opinion, I feel like she did play almost the victim, because there were posts that allegedly she was liking, which sparked the rumors that Jamie cheated, which, I mean, I would say that for the past 4 years I never really took a side. I mean, I love both of them. I wish both of them to can succeed. However, I just really found it to be so far-fetched that Jamie would actually cheat. Okay, now listen, we always say don't trust these niggas, but at the end of the day, I don't know, like I just felt like he was really honestly genuine in the vlogs and stuff, and so I was really just like and then he comes out and says that he never cheated, which I immediately believed him that nah, he didn't, because I was also just, I don't know, I was really having a difficult time to just believe that Jamie actually cheated. And so basically, yeah, you know, years go by, we did not know what was going on up until about 2 days ago. Jamie drops a video that has over 600,000 views right now. Now in that video, he details why the marriage ended, and he says that he's the one that actually left Nikki. He claims that Nikki cheated on him, and that you know, that was why their marriage fell apart. He also says that she has been beating him. Like, I'm still just like, ciao. The craziest thing is that had it been that he did not come with proof, I would have still been at a position where I'm like, I don't believe it. I have have never seen that version of Nikki Thought, okay, or Nikki Perkins. I have never, like, I'm still literally shocked. I feel like anybody that actually watched them at this point is still in disbelief, okay, because if we did not see that, if we did not hear that, I feel like majority of us would have literally said no. I used to think that Nikki could not even hit a fly. Like, I'm like, no, but child, she ain't out here just hating flies, she's hurting human beings, okay. So she was literally beating on this man, and how I honestly would say that I believe it's obvious because he came with receipts. There was a screenshot where she even apologized for beating him or hitting him, and then the video that I saw when she was knocking off Jamie's phone off his hand, a child on one hand, and the smack that came, child, that phone was on the floor. The strength that actually came from her head, having a baby on one hand, I was like, child, that ain't your first time. Like, this is who you are, this is your life, this is who you are, this is not the first time you're doing it. High chances are it won't even be the last. I'm really honestly still just so shocked that, like, Nikki has that version of her. First of all, she cusses way damn too much, okay. Now obviously at this point, all the times, all the recordings that actually came out, she was quite heated. We do not know why, you know. I feel like she was actually responding to something that had happened, which Jamie was not really sharing. You know, he was basically just saying that, you know, she's this violent person, she's this person that, you know, obviously sharing those audios, which I'm gonna share for you guys. Maybe let me just go ahead and put them here so that you can know what I'm talking about, and I'll be back with the rest of my commentary.
You have to. You actually have to.
That proves you don't care about these kids.
No, it proves I do, because I'm protecting their safety. I'm the one protecting their safety.
The thought of a police last time. Did you not hear her last time?
I'm protecting the children from their safety. You've been violent. You've hit me in front of them. You've abused me in front of them.
That does not make them violent people. Let me remind you right now who you are. You are not shit. You ain't never been shit from day one. You will never be shit, you motherfucker. Try me. Fucking keep trying me.
I'm not trying you. I'm trying to be fair, and I'm trying to protect my safety and the kids' safety.
I will expose your ass. I swear to God I will. Keep fucking trying me, Jamie. I swear to God. No. I've had enough of this motherfucking shit. At the police station.
I think the only person who can be exposed is you. You're the cheater. You're the violent person. But I'm not doing that because I don't want my kids to have to see the real you on the... Shouldn't have to see this sort of stuff. Why would you keep me from even knowing where Ava goes to kinder? Like, do you know how hard it was?
That's for my own safety. I don't trust you 100%. Like, let's be real.
Over the years, the only person who's ever been violent is you. Like, there's no reason for you to not trust me. Like, what have I ever done?
Because you have a whole lot more to lose than me, yeah? Like... I have a whole lot more to lose than you, is what I'm saying.
But there's
like,
nothing...
you don't have family, you don't have friends, like, you're kind of depressed right now, whatever. You know, you don't have your kids, like...
This is what I've been going through over the years. This is why I've never spoken up about why we broke up. I never wanted to. I never wanted to tell the story. But this is it. This is where we're at.
Out of the house, Nikki. Please leave. Please leave. Please leave the house, Nikki. Please leave the house.
Look at you.
Please leave the house. Please leave the house. This is violence. You've got the kids in your hands. Leave the house right now.
This is exactly what he wanted.
Leave the house right now.
This is exactly what
Leave the house.
And look, he's getting video
Leave the
evidence.
house.
He's been planning this.
Leave the house.
He's been planning
Leave the
this
house.
from day one.
Leave the house. Leave the house. The children don't deserve to see this.
I think you need to take responsibility. Okay, yeah. All right.
Leave the house.
You guys will never see my kids again. You guys will never see my kids again. Ever.
That will not happen. Leave the house.
Look at you guys.
Leave the house.
Look at you guys. That's
Leave the
hilarious.
house.
Look.
Leave the house. Leave the house, Nikki. Leave the
This
house.
is exactly what you wanted, Jamie.
Leave the
This is
house.
exactly what you wanted. You're actually
Leave the house.
exactly what you wanted.
And this is what I've been putting up with for years. Violence. All of this. and the kids have to see it. That's the sad thing. And never taking responsibility for any of her actions. Caught out trying to cheat on me, and then she acts like this. Instead of saying sorry, instead of trying to make it right. I'm sorry, Mom. You okay?
No, I'm not. Okay.
Where's your phone? I'm actually calling the police.
Just leave it for now.
Now with the video that you guys saw, the part where she smacks the phone, I did have to blur it because I don't know if YouTube is gonna consider that you know, violent. So I will make sure that I block that part, but the audio will still be there, so you can hear the phone actually go down. And he keeps on saying, go get out of the house, Nikki, get out of the house, Nikki. And when I tell you guys that Nikki is iron woman, okay, strong woman, to a point where she beats even men, you know. Like at this point I'm just like, that is so wrong. First of all, you know, if we do not stand for gender-based violence, we should not stand it even when it's a man that is being abused. And I know that there's some people that are like, ah, but he's a man. And exactly, like for me personally, if that's my brother, I do feel that he has a right to actually, like, you know, yeah, back to sender. Because Jew is not out here just beating people for no reason. Like, are you okay? Like, are you really okay? Like, no. If you're gonna be strong enough to beat a man, you should be strong enough to receive those punches from a man. Now fortunately for her, Jamie is not like that, and he says that he has never hit her. So, you know, I mean, he's very strong, and I do have to say I commend him. But if she meets certain type of man, you're not gonna just be beating up on him every day and he's gonna leave you like that. No, she needs someone that's gonna teach her that you don't lay your hands on people, or men especially, because the men are naturally stronger than us, you know. So I mean, whatever excuse that you may have for her for whatever, her actually laying her hands on Jamie is not an excuse. Even if, no matter how much someone pisses you off, you have no right to put your hands on another human being, basically, you know. But anyway, with that, obviously that was that part. He actually went on, guys, to have a video that is over 1 hour, and he was basically explaining how he's broke now, you know. He's an Uber driver. He basically saying that he can't even meet his rent, and so at this point a lot of people are asking, like, why now, why after 4 years? Because people wanted to know what was going on. I think that first of all, it doesn't matter how long it takes you for you to come out. For me, time is just like, okay, you know, he felt ready now, he came. However, I do also find it to be like, okay, quite convenient for him that it's now that, you know, he's flat broke, that he actually wants to come out here and tell what actually really happened. Now, as I said that I used to watch them since there was a time that Jamie actually explained that his parents, actually, I think his mom, she used to work in like some remote village, and they used to go there, and so they didn't have money. Like, the way he explained to me, it was like, you know, they were really broke, almost like they were just making ends meet, I should say. And I think that we can still see that because at 70, if I'm not mistaken, his father is still working, you know, to pay his bond. So his house is not even paid off. So you can definitely see that, you know what, obviously these are not people that have been rich. And looking at Nikki, if you know Nikki's parents' house, like, it's like a mansion, basically. Like, it's a very big house, very beautiful. So you do see that between the two families there's like a huge financial difference. And I think that at this point, if you look at it, I do think that there was like a bit of mismanagement of funds from Jamie's side, because that channel, guys, was really huge. It was doing a lot, and I mean, they were getting brand deals like nobody's business, because we loved them, we were supporting them, we were watching them like nobody's business, right? And so at this point, I do feel like, you know, for him to can go broke this quick, he did actually mismanage some funds, in my personal opinion. Because if you look at it, he still posts more than Nikki does, but Nikki seems like she's stable. You know, I don't know if that also comes from, maybe she is also getting help from her parents, because her parents obviously are moneyed. I do not know when it comes to that. However, I do have a feeling that I think that maybe she knew how to manage funds because she's from a family where money was there and people know how to manage funds. I think that's one of the disadvantages of coming from a poor background, is that at most times you will struggle even to manage funds, because to you 100,000 rands is like a lot of money, you know. Whereas someone that comes from a family where they have money, they're like, 100,000 is not really a lot, so I need to make sure that I funnel it in the right places. Do you understand? So I think that he really has been financially disabled because he is not from a well-off family. That's the first thing that I can go ahead and say through obviously what I have watched. And so at this point, as I'm saying, you know, he is broke. That's what he actually said. So the other part again that he was actually talking about, he basically went on to blame almost everything that happened on Nikki. He wanted to make her happy, you know, and I think that at one point he also will have to accept and be accountable for his own actions. You know, I mean, we do things that we regret, hey, especially in marriage. You sacrifice your all for someone and sometimes you end up getting cheated on, you know. It hurts. Been there, done that, got the divorce to prove it. But at the same time, I just feel like you also have to take accountability of some of the stuff, you know. First of all, obviously you need to forgive yourself. You need to understand that I'm the reason why I'm where I'm at. You need to forgive yourself and you need to start where you can. I do believe that if you have made it before, you can make it again. You know, it's just a matter of sitting down and being calculative of what is it that you need to do, you know. The other aspect again that I'm going to talk about is, obviously I know that, as I was saying, from the audios and the videos that you guys saw, we only saw Nikki actually reacting. We don't know what actually happened. I do remember in one audio she said, I'm gonna expose you. And so he says, you're the one that can be exposed because you're the cheater, you're the abuser. And so I'm like, what is it that Nikki actually would have to say that I'm gonna expose you? Like, exactly what is going on? Because Jamie came out and painted a picture as if like Nikki has turned into this evil woman that won't even let their kids go on a trip to Disney just because she's not the one that is gonna take them first. Even after the tickets were offered to her to say that, hey, take the kids, she still refused. And these are stuff that proof is there, and I'm like, how evil can you be? Like, these are your own kids. Like, my children's happiness would always come first no matter what. Like, I'm not even lying, you know. And then again, he also shows how she went on to book the children's dentist appointment on his birthday purposefully, which I would believe, like, come on, if you were married to someone, you know when their birthday is. So even if you were at the dentist and they give you that date, if you're a normal person, sane, you would actually say, oh no, not on that day, because you understand that, oh, it's actually their father's birthday, so maybe their father might want to take them out or something like that. But the fact that she would actually book on his birthday, that was so disappointing. I'm not even going to lie. It does actually paint Nikki as somebody that I feel like Nikki has been lying to us for years. Like, girl, who are you really? Because this is really honestly disappointing, you know. I think that the other part again that I'll go ahead and say is that if you have watched Nikki for years, she speaks like, and so I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do my hair, I'm gonna do this. Sorry about that. But yeah, you know, so I do feel lied to, because I was so shocked. You know, I feel like, okay, I'll go ahead and say it because I know somebody in the comment section will say it. Like, oh, I mean, there's been an audio of you, you know, going wild. And yes, there is. I will not address it here, but yes, there is an audio of me going in on my ex. And I was reacting to something so crappy that he actually did. Would I take the audio back? The hell no. I would say everything I said over and over and over and over again. Like, I see nothing wrong with that, because I was reacting to what he actually did. You understand? And so I would understand someone pulling you out of your character, honestly. Like, they do that, especially exes, child. They know which buttons to actually press, you understand? But at the same time, I'm just like, I think that me being Owamie, you guys have seen me and my character. Like, I don't think you guys were shocked. You're like, oh, okay, she was upset. That's me, you know. I don't come off as the soft, poised, soft-spoken, because I'm not, you know. So I think that the reason why I feel scammed a bit is because Nikki is always like, yeah, you know, this and this. For years and years I watched her, and I've never ever heard Nikki cast a single time. And when I tell you that in that video by Jamie, I was just so shocked. I think that one of the parts that shocked me the most was when she was talking to Jamie's mother, and she said that you need to make sure that your fucking son, I think, takes responsibility or something like that. But she used the effing word talking to Jamie's mother, which was so disappointing for me. If you are anybody that has been watching them, you will know how much Jamie's parents actually adored Nikki. Like, they adored her like nobody's business, you know. And so that was really honestly super disappointing. And also having to see Jamie's mom cry, hear her crying, it was really honestly just so sad for me. I won't lie, that was really honestly just so sad. Now the part that I'm gonna also talk about is that Jamie is saying that he had to move closer to where Nikki is so that he will be able to be a part of his children's lives. Now mind you guys, they've got a 50-50 custody, which means that 2 weeks this side, 2 weeks that side in a month. So I think it's 1 week here, 1 week there, 1 week here, 1 week there. And so I think that at this point, I don't even know what to say. However, me personally, because he's saying that he had to move closer to be with his kids, and now he's even struggling to pay his rent because the place where he's at is actually quite remote, and it's not a lot that is happening like how things are happening at the side of a place where they were before. So it means that if he was to go back to where he was, high chances are maybe he would get a paying job, and then he would obviously, like, you know, add on with his YouTube channel, and maybe would be able to make ends meet. So with the YouTube channel, he says that he has not been able to post because there's a contract that was signed where they're saying that the kids can only be shown once a week, and that is like for Instagram and also YouTube and all other social media platforms. He's only allowed to post a family, which means that's him and the kids, once a week. First of all, I don't know why he even agreed to those terms and conditions, because he's also the parents to these kids. I don't know why he agreed to that. Maybe he was desperate, maybe he thought that this would bring peace, maybe he thought that he could still make it without. But in reality, his channel is actually a family vlogging channel. And so once a week, I feel like, number one, that is just unrealistic maybe in terms of like obviously making money. However, I am still disappointed the fact that it took him like what, almost 6 months or 5 months for him to come back and post this video. So those 5 months, I mean, it means it would be 4 videos a month, which would be 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, right? 24, about 24 vlogs that would be out there, which means that he would still be making money. I honestly just do not know. I really don't know. But I do feel like there's a part where Jamie's not really taking accountability of the fact that he's the reason why he's where he's at. Even if you're the one that was doing things for someone and everything. I remember when I was going through my divorce, my therapist actually, when I was explaining, I did this for him, I did that for him, I did this, she literally asked me, who asked you to? And I know I've said this before, and someone was like, oh, your therapist is bad. No, my therapist is actually literally the best of all bestest, okay? She was asking me valid questions because I kept on blaming the other person. I kept on blaming him. Meanwhile, I should have been looking at myself, because if I look at myself, it will prevent me from doing the same mistake as I go forth, you understand? And so now, if you don't ask me, I don't do, because why am I doing when you did not ask me to, you know? So basically that is that. I did learn a very valuable lesson when it came to that. So I think that Jamie needs to sit down and also take accountability of the fact that he's the reason why he's an Uber driver right now. He's the reason why he's actually where he is right now. I don't think that you are a good parent when you are unable to provide for your child or your children. So I think that the best thing for him right now, if honestly I'm being honest, I think that he should just relocate, move back. He can see the girls over the weekend. Obviously, maybe he can work out some deal whenever it's school holidays. He has the kids full time, but make sure that it's at a point where he will be able to afford to actually support these kids up until he raises enough funds to can be able to either relocate back, or they find a way on how they can actually do it, obviously as a parent that wants to be present in his kids' life, you know. Honestly, that's the thing that I'm thinking right now, because even if he chooses to stay there, you know, he's being an Uber driver, he is unable to even pay his rent, then what is the next step? He's gonna be homeless over there, whilst there's a place that maybe he could be able to get a job and he could be able to support himself and support for his girls the way that he actually wants to support for them. Now, I do find it to be really sad, because I do think that, honestly, the way that the whole situation has been put, he's definitely a victim in this situation, you know. Loving someone too much might actually also be a problem. The person that he's alleging that Nikki was cheating with is her ex-boyfriend, who he claims that even in the first day of their marriage, he did find out that she was still secretly talking to him, and then after that, obviously, he did find out again, and obviously that was the reason why I decided that I would rather go, which I really honestly respect him for having boundaries and actually sticking to them. You know, one thing about men, they are not like us or you guys, because I am one of you. No. I mean, I left, so I applaud him for leaving, unlike some of you. Let me not laugh, because some of you are going through a lot. Angry, you keep on putting yourself in the same situation. Let me not. Don't click off this video. I love you. I'm sorry. But anyway, I do feel like, you know, I'm really proud of the fact that he did actually put himself first, and he did see that this is what's gonna be best for him. To the people that were basically talking about how, oh, you know, because he did talk about how Nikki did not want to work. Nikki basically just wanted to be a stay-at-home wife even before they had kids. I do remember there was a time that she was going to nursing school, but that just stopped from nowhere. And so, you know, at this point, not even going to lie, I'm looking at it and I'm just like, ciao, you know, as much as this man asked her that, you know, maybe you should get a job, you know, help out and stuff, girl was like, nope, I'll sit here and look pretty time. Okay, now she didn't say exactly that, but I feel like those are the vibes that obviously came. For me personally, I don't think that there's anything wrong with being a stay-at-home wife, but if you're a stay-at-home wife and your husband is struggling, he's at a point where he's working 7 days a week, do you really even love this guy? He says that he caught pneumonia twice in 1 year. Guys, like, for you to have pneumonia, like, your immune system has to be very compromised, and so they did say that it was also because of exhaustion. Imagine working 7 days a week. We only have 7 days in a week, so not having a break, I feel like it's wild and absolutely crazy. If I am the wife, I'm not even going to lie, I'm definitely whooping out that camera and I'm filming like a billion videos, basically to make that money on YouTube. Because he also says that Nikki was also not as interested in actually creating content, which was a form of income. If you watched their videos, you will see that he was the one that used to push. If I'm not mistaken, he edited majority of the videos that were on their channel. I do remember that he would even have a studio in their house so that he could obviously work and obviously edit. And so I'm just like, Nikki girl, you know you was wrong for that, you know. And again, I think that the wrong part was that he did communicate when they got married to say we're gonna help each other, and he claims that she said yes, but when she got married she was like, no, I'm not doing that, you know, which is quite sad because she knows she didn't marry like a rich nigga, you know, so obviously would have to help each other, you know. But yes, people that are saying that, you know, they went to that channel to watch Nikki. If it was not for Jamie honestly pushing and making sure that, would you even watch the vlogs? Would there even be vlogs for us to watch? So she's very laid back, I won't lie. Nikki is very laid back. That's why even with her channel right now, if you go there, you'll see that she drops videos. And mostly, like, for now, what I've seen is that if maybe Fenty is like sponsoring her, she will drop that video. If there's a sponsor here and there, she'll drop that video. But she's not consistent whatsoever. I've also been asking myself, like, how has she been surviving unless if she got a job? Because even on Instagram she's barely there, you know. So I mean, is it far-fetched that what Jamie is saying? No. If maybe she was very consistent with her YouTube and also Instagram, and okay, it would make a difference. I'll be like, no, but her work ethic, you know. But you can still see that she's still very much laid back. Even back then, she had her channel, you would barely see her posting, you know. They would post on the main channel, which obviously I don't see it as any problem. However, I did not like that there were some people that were saying, oh, why are you talking about this? Oh, why is it now? Oh, why? I think that like he's ready now, and that's okay, you know. But yeah, this has definitely shaken up the YouTube streets. Everybody's out here talking about it. She was even trending, I mean, cross countries, okay, or continents. She was in Africa, South Africa, she was trending, and these are people that are in Australia. So this has really honestly been such a shock. I think that before maybe I leave, I'll go ahead and say that, remember guys, that the people we watch on the internet, they are just humans as well. And I feel like some of us, we kind of put them up there on a pedestal, and as much as I'm also a YouTuber, I feel like I do that, which is very wrong, because not everyone is who they paint and portray themselves to be. People know how to package themselves to a point where you guys would come and be like, wow, I love her, you know, but behind the scenes they're a completely different person. The Nikki that was talking, child, that's not the Nikki that we know. That's not the Nikki that we know, and it's quite sad, I won't lie. I think also the part where she was talking about, you know, you're depressed, you don't have friends, you don't have family, you're depressed, kind of depressed, whatever, you don't have your kids, you can act up, you know. And I was like, wow, I don't know, you know. What did he do? You know, like I'm asking myself, like, what happened? What's really happening? Because even with the phone call, you could hear that Jamie was just asking, why is it that she doesn't want him to know where his own daughter goes to school? Which I feel like it's a fair question, but the way that she responded, I feel like that was uncalled for the question that was at hand. But anyway, Nikki did come out, you guys, and this is what she said. So I'm gonna go ahead and read it for you guys before I leave, so that you lot can know exactly what she had to actually say. Because when I tell you guys that people were even going to her younger sister's page, who is Ducky Thought, yeah, so this is what she said. She said, it's extremely disappointing that my ex-husband would publish private footage and conversations to try and slander my character. I never intended to speak on my previous marriage for the sake of and security of my two little girls. This isn't something I ever wanted to expose them to. I've done my utmost to shield them. As a mother, my priorities have always been to protect them. However, Jamie has forced me to share my side of the story, the truth and context behind the video and audio recordings. I ask you to please be patient as I intend to address all of these accusations. I want to say thank you for those that have been nothing but supportive, my friends and family who have messaged and checked up on me. Thank you. One thing that I'm gonna talk about is that if you watch them, you would know that she and Ducky, who is a younger sister, supermodel, gorgeous girls, obviously, that Ducky had unfollowed Nikki from Instagram. I even have proof of that because I did screenshot. I don't know if I get it, I'll put it here. She had unfollowed her. After she started trending with all this, she went on to follow her, and you can see that she follows her now. Obviously, as family, whenever something kushubile, it goes down. Family is family. About blood is thicker than water. And so I think that she did follow her back, because there was a lot of people that were saying, nah, Nikki is just a horrible human. That's why Ducky even unfollowed her own younger sister. But I think that there's definitely something going on there, because somebody doesn't just unfollow you for nothing. So girl, even though you did sneakingly go and follow your sister back, we saw that you had unfollowed her, and we do hope that one day you will address that trending. Okay, are you guys like the Kardashian, where you Kourtney and Kim, where you like what happened? Like, why would you unfollow your sister? Because I did see Nikki was still following her, but Ducky had actually unfollowed. So I don't know exactly what is going on. The other part again that I'll say is that I do find that Jamie was honestly, I mean, of course, I feel he is the victim, the way things were spoken, but I feel like he was playing two victim, in my personal opinion. You have this woman where you've got a whole video of her smacking you, abusing you in front of the children. Not only is she beating you whilst not only is she beating you, she's beating you whilst holding the child. You know, and it's there on camera, so you obviously have proof. He says that he has gotten a protection order against her, which obviously understandably so. However, you got a protection order, but she still is with the kids. How good of a mom is she if she beats you in front of the children? Then how do you not know that this person is maybe violent? Because it seems like she does have some anger issues. Why not take your kids away from her and be with them? Move to a place where you fully take care of your kids. Why not? She would be the one that has to see the kids during the weekends. She would be the one that actually gets that, I don't know if it's a quarter custody or whatever, because she's someone that obviously, for you to be that violent in front of your child, and you're saying this is not even the first time, and when you talk to her about it, she did say that them seeing that does not make them violent people. So she doesn't even understand the psychological part of what it does to the kids when they see their parent being violent. Most of the children, they actually grow up thinking that that is okay. She has daughters, so these daughters will go around thinking that beating a man is okay, and one day they might find a man that will beat them and they won't be able to even tell the story. So I'm just honestly like surprised. You say you love your kids so much, but you're letting your kids stay with a violent woman. Meanwhile, you can be able to go to court and get the kids because you even have proof. You have the messages, you have got that, because being physically abusive, guys, like, that's a serious thing. Doesn't matter that it's being done to a man or not, because I feel like we take it serious only when it's a woman that is being beaten up. That's really sad. You know, Jamie also did talk about how he felt little, which is very understandable. Imagine being beaten by a woman and you can't do anything about it because you can't beat her back. I feel like that is honestly so sad. If that was my brother, chill, hell was gonna definitely break loose, because no. But yeah, man, this is really honestly just so sad. It's really honestly such a sad situation. I am waiting, like eagerly waiting for Nikki's explanation, because I love her so much, as I said, and I love Nikki. I mean, Jamie. I just want both of them to just succeed in life and be happy. But I need to hear, because she says that she's going to explain the context, which again, as I'm saying, I've been in a similar situation where somebody's not talking about what they did, but they're airing an audio of me cussing out like nobody's business. So I've been a victim of that, and I understand, you know. So I hope that she will come out, and as she said that she will come out and explain, then we will hear exactly what is going on, because ciao. I'm still shocked that Nikki can be like, you motherfucker, you motherfucker. I'm like, chill. I thought your voice was kind of husky and poised and cool and ish, you know. Can they know, honey? She turns all the way up. Anyway, do go ahead and comment down below what you guys think of this whole situation. From Owamie, I love you guys. I am sorry that the video came late, but you know, better late than never. When Nikki's video comes out, I'll make sure that I'm the first one to jump in and actually give you guys my full opinion. So we had one side of Jamie, we're gonna hear the side of Nikki, and then obviously there's always the side of the truth that it always goes unspoken, to say, okay, this one lied about this one lied about that. But yeah, man, the way that he came out and he structured the video, she looks like such a horrible human being. But anyway, ninjas, I love you, stay blessed, and I will see you guys in my next upload. Bye, ninjas.